Hey, Miss Patrice Jones, baby, how you doing? Welcome. Good morning to you, sweetheart.
Patrice Jones, baby, how you doing? Welcome. Good morning to you, sweetheart.
Turn that down. Hey, everybody, how we doing today? Hope everyone's doing well. Hey, Madeline Jones, baby. Hey, Tex Coco, sweetheart, how you doing? Hope everyone has having a great hump day. It is Wednesday, March 4th. Yeah, it's on the title. Let's discuss, you know, the interview. The interview we're talking about is the interview with T.S. Madison, Tasha K, and Storm Monroe. Hey, Shakita, baby, how you doing? Fitch, y'all, good morning to you. How you doing? First off, let me make a correction. Yesterday, I made a video on the way to work, and I said they were on T.S. Madison's show. That was incorrect. They were actually on Tasha K's podcast, where T.S. Madison was the actual guest. So let me make that correction. Y'all know I don't like the be out here looking crazy in the streets and not really speaking what I know, but actually just speaking of what I actually know. You know, so that was a correction. Sorry about that. That was a correction that I needed to make. They were not on T.S. Madison's show. I got confused because normally her shows are on Monday, and that's what it was. And I know Tasha K has been on her show previously. So the correction is they were not on T.S. Madison's show. They was actually on Tasha K's podcast, and that's what all this controversy interview things came in. So, but let's get into the interview itself. I had time to actually watch Nick and Knight's interview. I'm sorry, commentary. I had time to watch T.S. Madison's commentary and Tasha K's interview with T.S. Madison, both parts, part one and part two. And I just took some little notes on talking about what was actually my observations and my understanding of what's going on based on the controversy that's happening. What's up to Sims Overdose, baby? How you doing? Shaquila, baby, what's going on again? Um, so first off, the first part of the interview started with Tasha K saying, "Hey, fish," whatever this could be, and let's talk about that for a quick moment. I told you yesterday, I have a problem with the word being used um, so casually because the word is offensive. The word fish is offensive. And I know that's part of the gay culture and the gay lingo was not, but as you guys may know or may not know, my life is not revolved around gay lingo and gay culture. My life is not revolved, and it really bothers me when I hear heterosexual people, hey Jessica, what's up, baby? How you doing? It bothers me when I hear quote unquote straight people using terms and it's not sounding right and not flowing freely off their tongues. And it seemed as though Tasha K was doing it to be messy. That's not how and say, "Hey, Fitch, how you doing?" Was that? That's not how it's being used. I don't know how everyone else who used to seeing it or used to being around it was not, but that's not how I. Hey, Bird, baby, how you doing, sweetheart? That's not how I actually recall the terms being used when I've heard it being used. I'll get into that in a second, but I think that what we have come into is that we have become a society to where we think that gay culture is the in culture. Gay lingo is the in lingo. What's up, Denise, baby? How you doing, baby? And that's not it because it doesn't work in every circumstance. It doesn't work in every situation. It doesn't work like that. You can't just throw a gay term or a gay piece of lingo out there was not and expect everyone to understand it and expect everyone to get it. There's a time and place for everything. And calling someone just out there in the blue is not calling someone fish will actually get, you know what I'm saying, misconstrued and people can possibly get offended. And I know people say, well, it's not meant to be offensive or not, it's part of our lingo was not and um that but I think the way Tasha K tried to do it and open the interview was very disrespectful and a dig, you know what I'm saying? Because she made a video previously addressing that term and what's going on with that with T.S. Madison. But that's just me and my humble opinion. Hey, baby, white baby, how you doing, sweetheart? But that's just me and my opinion, you know what I'm saying? Being a black man who lives in the gay community who happens to be married to a man, I'm just saying that's just my opinion of it. And people can have different opinions and, you know what I'm saying, that's fine. But that's just my opinion of it. Um, but a lot of terms that in the gay lingo that was used, yes, like yesterday, when gay people use the term fish towards other gay people, that term is used. to say that said individual be a transsexual woman, illusion of the utmost, of the most feminine, the most beautiful, the most, you know what I'm saying, womanly impression they can possibly give. So when using it within the gay culture was not, it's not offensive. When using it within the gay culture is not something that should be taken hard, wholehearted. It was not. We'll get to that in 1 second, Betty White. But that's somewhat true in my opinion. But we'll get to that in 1 second. Um, and it's more used as, "Ooh, bitch, you giving fish tonight, baby," which means it's something like you're giving me woman. You're giving me the most epitome of a woman. Was not. Um, that's very true, Betty White. Know your audience. Um, and it's like not only that, it's not only fish that's used. It's also, "Ooh, bitch, you are pussy tonight," which means that you are giving me woman. You are giving me everything that a woman gives. You're giving me the illusion. You're giving me the mannerisms. You're giving me the femininity. Shout out to Alexander Rogers. Femininity. You know what I'm saying? But you're giving me all that was not. You're giving me everything. The skin is right, the hair is right, the makeup is right, the clothes is right, the body's right. You're giving me woman and woman only. No, because you don't do that, Denise. Like you don't use certain terms in mixed company. And when people use certain terms, like I don't use the word period because I don't talk like that. You know what I'm saying? That's not how I speak. That's not how I talk. Even in amongst my gay friends, I'm not talking about, "Oh, bitch, you giving me fish." No, but I feel like it was not. The young black gay boy living in the city by himself was not. You are going to live with in a variety of environments. Was not. I've known Raquel Lord. If y'all know her, who she is, was not. She's huge in the gay scene. Was not. She's a transsexual woman. Beautiful. Oh God, beautiful. You would never notice that. I'm just saying she's a transsexual. Was not. So, um, I've what's up, Natalia, baby? How you doing? Um, and I've hung around and been around drag queens and transsexuals. Was not in my early life here in Atlanta. Was not because being young, being somewhat attractive was not. You're kind of drawn into certain circles, whatever, you know what I'm saying. And I was drawn to that circle, especially being straight out of college. Was not. So I heard all the terms and all the mannerisms and done all that stuff before. Was not. I've been around some of the best whoever done it. Was not Natasha Dupree's, and you know what I'm saying. Like I said, all of them was not. The whole Dupree's that was big here in Atlanta was not. The Lords was big here in Atlanta was not. The Blacks that was here in Atlanta. These are all drags. These are all drag, like big huge drag houses that was here in Atlanta back in the 80s and sorry, not 80s. I ain't that old. The late 90s and the early 2000s. You know what I'm saying? So I've been around these people was not, and I've heard all the lingo. I've heard different ways that you can use it. Hey, Miss Deanna, baby, how you doing, sweetheart? So it's all about perspective and things like that. So, but with that, yeah, like I said, fish was used like, "Bitch, you giving me fish tonight." Da, 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 da. I heard all that coming out. "Oh, bitch, you giving me pussy was not," da, 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 which like I said, which is in the same terms of how they use fish, and also cunt. "Oh, bitch, you are so cunt tonight," or he was too cunt for me. You know what I'm saying? Basically, say that either if you use it as, "Oh, bitch, he was too cunt for me," meaning that he was too feminine. You want someone a little bit more masculine, or you're saying that, "Bitch, you're giving me every aspect of a woman that you can actually give." You know what I'm saying? Type of thing. So those terms are used in the gay culture, whatever. But when you're using certain terms like fish and mixed company, or let's just keep it real, well, it's not. 5A is fishing. No, James repeated what 5A said. 5A said when she plays in her hoo ha, it has a fishy odor to it. It has a fishy tint. Now we all heard her say that was not. So now everyone wants to jump on a bandwagon and say that, "Oh well, gay men calling women fish." No, no gay man call a woman a fish. I haven't heard not one gay man on this YouTube thing call. What's up, Sims Overdose, baby? How you doing? You know, no one. I haven't heard any gay man call a woman a fish on here until recently. Was not. But people want to bring up, "Oh well, James called Five A that." No, James did not call Five A anything. He said that she said that she smells like fish when she cleans it herself. After a man finish doing whatever he's doing to her was not, it has a tainted odor. And I'm thinking like, no, it doesn't have it. It shouldn't have a tainted odor was not. But like I said yesterday, whatever. Hey Keisha, baby, how you doing? Like I said yesterday in my car, I treat oral sex like I do seafood. And I said this previously before. Y'all may remember this was not. If it has an odor to it, it doesn't go in my mouth, which means seafood shouldn't even smell like damn fish. When you start smelling seafood with fish was not, it means that fish is going bad. It's on its way out, or should be being on its way out to the garbage, because it shouldn't have an odor to it. It should smell like the ocean. It should smell like fresh salt water. That's what fish should smell like. Now, what a woman's private pH balance situation should smell like, I know it shouldn't have an odor to it. I know that when I've been with women was not, if it had an odor to it was not, I didn't touch it. I know, like I always say, I do my little dip and sniff test was not. And that goes with men as well. I'm doing a dip and sniff test. If I smell something on my fingers was not, I'm up and I'm gone. Washing my hands and I'm out. Period. I don't know. Very white tuna does not have an odor. It has an oily smell to it. Was not, and you know that it's seafood. But I'm saying if you smelling rank fish on fish, it's bad. There's a scent to a fresh seafood, yes, but it's not a funky funk. It's not something that you should be. If you smell that was not, it shouldn't be. You shouldn't be eating it. Ex- exactly, Tex. If seafood smells fishy, then it's not fresh. You don't like. I mean, that's just what it is. If it smells like, and when I say smell like fish, I mean we know there's a good way fish smells, what smells fresh and smells clean, and this and a third, and then there's a rank fishy odor. There's a like it's been out on the table for 2 days. There's a difference, and like I mean, we're all adults, so we need to start speaking with like adults. We're not speaking as if we are children. We are speaking. I'm speaking to adults here. My channel is not for children whatsoever. It's all for adults. And when I say certain things, I am just naturally expecting people to understand what I'm saying. Hey, Mia, baby, how you doing, sweetheart? And everyone else came in the room, I didn't see. So we need to start speaking as we are adults and we have certain things. I understand people may not know every aspect or may catch every reference. That's one thing. But when I say fish don't has an odor to it, y'all know what I mean. It doesn't have a funky, foul, rank odor. It smells like seafood. What's up, naked? Sorry, y'all got distracted. Got distracted. But yeah, it doesn't have that smell, nasty odor. Was not. It's just something, feedback. Okay. But yeah, that was it. That was the whole fish conversation they had, whatever. And I'm like, I was thinking like to myself, even when she first opened up the thing with the high five, hey, fish was not. I was like, for real, what's really that? What was the point of that other than to be messy? But that was just my opinion on what she did and what she said was not. And I didn't think that TS said anything offensive. And like I said, when you amongst your crowd and your group of people was not that you are comfortable with was not a lot of things that is said. And as you guys know, um, hey me baby, how you doing? As you guys know, I don't like certain words anyway. I don't use certain words on a regular basis anyway. And people who have talked to me outside of YouTube know. And although they may use certain words, was that they do respect the fact that I don't use certain words and I don't like certain words being used in reference to me. So they try their best not to use it. And so things do slip, and I do get over it because I don't get upset because I know that they're trying their best to not use certain words, and certain words are just part of their natural vocabulary and vernacular and how they speak. So I don't take things too seriously. But one of the big words you guys know I don't like is the N word. And my thing is, like I had to tell people before, is that, if someone else calls you that, very true, Natalia. Get you, baby. You good this morning? Silly self. Um, but yeah, there's a lot of things. What I'm saying for Fed distracting me, silly stuff. Yeah, like the N word is being used. Um, Has no flavor. Okay, baby, it has no flavor. Okay. But that's not something that can be used in mixed company because I tell you all the time, if a white person chooses to use that same word was not, you're gonna look at them differently. You're gonna look, you're gonna shake, you're gonna get them aside was not, you maybe bust them in their mouth. You know what I'm saying? It depends on how that word is used. So my thing is, in order for me not to be offended or even have that word around me too much was not. I'd rather not have it around me, and I'd rather not say it. I know I have said when I use that word, it is because I'm upset with someone. It is because I am pissed off was not, and that's a word I want to use to degrade someone. But like, there's a lot of words that we use that we don't. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Monica? How you doing, sweetheart? Okay, that's what's up. There's a lot of words, you know what I'm saying, that we use in certain mixed company was not. There's words that women use amongst women was not. But if a man used it in a derogatory way or in a way that she's not comfortable with, she'll get offended. There's words that black people use that is the same way gay people use certain words. Heterosexual people use certain words was not. You know what I'm saying? There are certain words that we just use amongst our comfort zone that if it's said or spoken outside of that comfort zone was not, we're gonna there's a possibility that people can be offended. So I just try not to use certain words in general was not that I find that can be deemed as offensive. And y'all not like the video? Please like the video, you guys. Come on now, we're having an adult conversation. Hey Tessie, baby, how you doing, sweetheart? We just a little adult conversation about the interview. We're not taking slides or anything like that. But then watching all the whole thing about that, whatever, you know what I'm saying. Then um, things that I found important was that with that whole conversation about the fish thing, that's good, baby. Hope you're doing good. With about the whole conversation about the fish thing, I found something really interesting in that interview. I found that the real issue is that a lot of women are still upset with T.S. Madison because she made a video about a year or so ago when she was in the women's restroom, underwear and a maxi pad across the door, and T.S. Madison had an issue with that. And I think that a lot of people are still upset about that. A lot of people are still I mean, a lot of women, I should say, are still upset about that. Was not, be it for whatever reason, be it they don't want transsexuals in the women's restroom, they feel they don't belong there, don't deserve there. And the biggest thing that happened from that was when Michelle Etienne was like, "Oh well, can't women just have their space and do what they want to do?" And a conversation that T.S. Madison had with Tasha K, I found very intriguing because Tasha K doing what she's doing. I found that if I saw, being the man, and I saw someone with a shitty pair of underwear hung over the door in view of the public, I would have a problem with that as well. Now, would I go on camera and talk about it? Would I go on camera and discuss it? Would I go on camera and bring it up? I don't know. But T.S. Madison did that. And I lost a lot of people was not based on that comment, which I don't care about because I don't care about numbers, whatever. But I think that a lot of people had a problem with that and still have a problem with that, with the fact that she went into the restroom and exposed what was going on in the restroom. If someone found something uncomfortable was not and chose to talk about it, whatever, you know what I'm saying, that's fine. But we need to be upset about the right things and calling things what they are. And hey, April Walker, baby, how you doing, sweetheart? And I think that a lot of people just didn't get over that aspect of what happened. I think that then with the fact that she was talking to her, well, Chi Chi was not saying fish did and there was not. People wanted something to compound on. People wanted something to talk about. People wanted something to do. You know what I'm saying? And to make an issue. Not everything is meant to be a conversation. She made that commentary was not, and I think that it is disgusting. I don't care what goes on in the women's restroom was not. I don't want to be there. But my thing is, I know if I would have walked into a restroom and saw someone's panties, and drawers hanging up over a stall in view of, the public, that would be jarring for me. I shouldn't have to see a pad, period, if I walk into a room. I won't have to. I want to see no one's underwear hanging from over a door. My point is, you could have turned the thing the opposite way where only the legs part was hanging off of your jeans. If you want to, so I said that's just the issue, and I think that that's what a lot of people are still upset about was not because people think that saying it was this trans woman was not in the space where she don't belong, and now she's out there exposing the secrets of what's going on in the restroom. I tell you right anyway, was not. I'm sorry, ladies, I love y'all. I do love y'all, but y'all have some of the nastiest restrooms out there. I know a lot of female friends of mine who will prefer going into the men's restroom other than the women's restroom because the women's restroom is nasty and disgusting. What's up, Carrie, baby? How you doing? But that's just my, like I said, my personal experience with the women that I know. And I have conversations like that with women was not because I'm like, why y'all always coming into the restroom was not the men's restroom? Well, because the restroom is nasty. It's disgusting. There's stuff all over the place. Well, it's not this, that, and the third. So it's not, but as long as it's clean. But do you want to see a clean condom hanging over a restroom stall somewhere? Listen, yeah, I'm just going by what a lot of women that I've seen in a men's restroom was not have told me. This is not. She was changing, but why you gotta hang it? That's the whole point. That's the whole point. The whole conversation was why you have to hang it on the door. I mean, and that's an opinion that is we can explore at a later time. But I'm just going by what I I stand by what I said. You know what I'm saying? Because there is a thing where well women's restrooms are much more cleaner than men's are. But then when you go in there, was that's like no, there's all different types of things that goes on in the women's restroom was not that people don't talk about because it's unmentionable. But yet it's okay to say that men's restrooms are pissy. I've been told by women was not that there has been loose pads hanging everywhere. There has been blood spots everywhere was not. You know what I'm saying? There have been piss on how y'all want to sit on the toilet was not, so y'all want to sit crouch over and there's piss all around the toilet ring was not as well. I've been told all kinds of stuff by women. So it's not, saying just, oh well, it's just for me, it's not a man versus women thing and who has a clean restroom was not. I'm going by what I've been told by women who actually been into women's restrooms and who they say they prefer going into a men's restroom because it's cleaner for them. That's what they said. What is she just a long glimpse? What did she say? Well, she doesn't know that, Tessa. You're absolutely right about that. But thing is, like you just said, the first part of your statement is that you're saying y'all know that y'all sells with that, but yet no one talks about it. It was offensive that someone that was a biological woman was talking about it, and that's still a sore spot to this day. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Carissa, how you doing? What's up, Sugar Complex? What's up? I don't know, babe. It's just what our conversations is. Like I said, I have all types of friends that I talk to and talk with. That's the whole point, Natalia, right there. That's the whole point I was getting at was not, and that's what people say having an issue with was not because it was a trans woman who mentioned it, whatever. And like Tessie said, that she doesn't know all the ins and outs of what goes on in being a woman because she's not a biological woman. So, like I said, I don't know about all what goes on with a woman's body was not. All I could talk about is when I was with women, what bothered me about that situation. When I went to a woman's bathroom in her home, I should say, use her restroom was not what I saw that if I was, I could, that could be jarring for me. That's all I can talk about. I'm not saying anything is right, anything wrong. I'm just saying the problem is like Natalia said, it's okay if a woman mentioned it was not, but because it was a transgender woman mentioned it, it became a huge issue and fodder for conversation, which is fine. Thank you. It's not saying what's right or what's wrong. It's just saying it is. That's what it is. See, Mimi, thank you. And a lot of people, a lot of women have who've been in the military was not say that as well. And it's not something that is like I said. I don't have an opinion about it one way or the other. I'm going by what I've observed and what I've heard talked about in mixed company. You know what I'm saying? There's some things that men do that is disgusting to me, and I'm a damn man. Been a man my entire life. Lived as a man. Lived with a man. And things that like things that when I go into public places was not there's a decorum that you need to have as an adult. And even as a man, when I see someone's pissing, I see piss around the toilet ring and the toilet ring is down, that pisses me off. Because you can just as easily use your foot to lift up that toilet ring was not and aim. When I see what's up, drunk meat? How you doing, baby? Yeah, you went to the doctor's drunk. Now you're at work drunk, baby. You're a mess. I love it, and welcome back. But yeah, it's just like there's things that being living as a woman or not was not. Like I said, we know that T.S. Madison does not get her menstrual cycle. We know she still has her appendage as a man, so she doesn't know what goes on in between me down there as a woman. So seeing someone's pad, she said it was a big pad. And the thing is, I found it. I was like, y'all gonna be mad at me, was not, but some gonna be mad at me. I found it funny when she said it was a big pad. And my thing is, she probably don't know that women have different types of flows. One time you may use a jumbo pad, sometimes you may use a little petite pad. Well, it's not depends on what time or when your cycle is on. So she probably don't know those type of things, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But when she said it was a big pad hanging from across the door, and she doesn't know that women have different types of cycles. Well, it's not where 1 minute the flow is heavy and the next minute the flow is light. So you need different types of pads in order for you to control that. Well, it's not, so it is contained in a proper way. I'm saying there's different types of ways that people could talk about it. Well, it's not, and you know and that's fine. Cecily. Like thing is, and as a woman, I can see why a woman would be well, not as a woman in their heads about that. Well, it's not, but as a man who's not used to seeing pads hanging over doors was not. I also could see how T.S. Madison, as a transgender woman, could be like, "Oh my God," and knowing that she likes silly stuff like that anyway, was not, and she talks about everything, how she can come out and make a video about that as well. It's not a normal situation. Was not. How many times have y'all women walked around and seen a pad hanging from the door? Was not. It's not every day that y'all see that as women, or whatever. Because a lot of women are just more discreet than that. So we can't act like every time a woman goes into the women's bathroom was not that there is a pad hanging from the door. That's not normal behavior. I don't care what you used to. People are usually a little bit more discreet than that. Lena said, hog like the hog that slaughter. Thank you, prayed up. Thank you. Thank you, Carice. Thank you. I'm not judging anyone. I'm still giving my commentary and my opinion, though. See, that's what people understand. Was that every time someone's have a critique that people don't like or that people have a problem with was not, it becomes, oh, don't judge because you don't know. No, I can still talk about it as a man. Because I know I have a mother and two sisters. Live with them since I was what 19 years old. Sorry, no, 18 years old. No, sorry, 17 years old. I moved up my last year in college. I'm sorry, my last year in high school. So I lived with my mother and my two sisters for at least a good 17 years. I've never seen their undergarments hanging across the situation was not, or saw them with pads hanging across toilet seats and garbage cans was not, and the garbage was not. I've never seen that growing up was not. So I know that that's not how all women handle themselves. I know a lot of women are discreet. I have friends who I go to their houses was not and go to their restaurants and I don't see pads hanging from over countertops was not just in a third. That's not normal behavior. I don't care what anyone says. I know you are, baby. I know you are, baby. Baby, trust me, I got you by now. I don't know what it was. She didn't say. And like she said, and like she said, Tasha kept saying a dirty pad, a bloody pad. Tasha kept saying those things. And Tia said, I never said that. Tasha kept saying, oh yeah, I'll be shocked too if I walked in and saw a bloody pad on the door, and I was like, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I said it was a big ass pad, you know. And I think that that is what it is. Like, I mean, I think a lot of us, well, you know what I'm saying, we take things personal that applies to us, but a lot of things shouldn't be taken personal if it's just someone speaking about their experience. You know, like I can't get mad when I hear someone use the N word and it's not related towards me. I can ignore it and move on, but I think a lot of us take on personal fights and flights that isn't meant for us. We pick up stuff that is not meant for us, and we need to be just very mindful that, you know, so not everyone's experience is the same. And I know that some people will be upset. I can see why someone will be upset when you if you have had a heavy flow your entire life and you have had accidents or incidents was not to where you had to rush and do some things was not and take care of yourself whatever and make sure that you were clean and properly groomed was not something like that was not and how that will be offensive. I truly get that, but that's not where I'm coming from it with it. I'm coming from it with the fact that is, you know, we need to get to the real issue of why people are so upset about this whole situation and why women who have never been called a fish or never heard the word fish before is being so offended by that term. When we have women out here who's saying that, you know what I'm saying, they smell, you know what I'm saying, unpleasant. We have heterosexual men walking around here saying women smell like XYZ in an unpleasant way. You know, and the funny thing I caught watching the interviews with Tim Madison was that she was playing commercials in her interview, and there was this commercial. If y'all remember the commercial that was played about the Noni situation was not, and there was a man in this commercial saying heterosexual man saying he likes oral sex, but having an unpleasant odor can ruin the sensation for him. But once he was with the woman who used this Noni wash, whatever it was called, whatever, you know what I'm saying, it took the experience to a whole different level. Now that was a heterosexual man talking about his experience with oral sex. What's up, Cali girl? How you doing? You have been, and I do, and that's sad. That shouldn't have happened. You know, which is true as well. Feedback, but I'm saying there's so many different ways this conversation can go. But I just wanted to say that's why I found that very interesting was not that they brought that up was that, and I just kind of, you know, how I put things two and two together was not how I think that that is some of the outrage that is surrounded with why people are upset with T.S. Madison using the word fish because of that. It stems back to some of that as well. And the fact that people love to point out, oh, well, she's not a natural woman or she's not a real woman. You know what I'm saying? And she don't understand women's plights. Maybe not. But no one understands a transgender female's plight either if you're not a transgender female. You know what I'm saying? We all have, no one really understands a gay black man's plight unless you're a black gay man. You know what I'm saying? And even then, all of our experiences are different based on if you're feminine or not. You know what I'm saying? So we all have our own plight that we need to understand and work with and work around with other people. We can't just think that, what happened? So overdose. You said the words like we've been giving trout teas. And you know what? That's fine. Is it a pleasant odor, Tessie, or is it a rank odor? Because I told you about my gray skin experience, and I don't know if that was because I was drunk and I chose to give some oral sex to this girl, or because she had something going on down there that I wasn't aware of. I told you about my gray skin tease. Y'all remember that story? No one should smell like fish. I do believe that, right? I do believe that. I do believe that. But yeah, that's why I found that really interesting was that when they brought that up, whatever, you know, what I'm saying, in a conversation. Um, then I found it kind of you know when they was talking about what's going on with the women, things like that was not. Tasha K said that there's a lot of insecure women out there, or whatever. And I was like, you know, this is more problematic than it was something to have a conversation and air grievances with people. Because when you are, you know, saying insulting people and doing insulting things and saying insulting things about people was not, of course they're gonna put all that on Maddie. You know, they're gonna put all the situations on Maddie. Oh, that is disgusting. Peeing in showers and stuff. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. Look, the thing is, and no one said that, you know, because shit, your body has a, everyone has a natural body odor. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that it's unpleasant, but everyone has a natural body odor. Was not your natural, when you sweat, you exude your natural scent, and everything on your body has that natural scent. Now, if your pH balance, be even with the man, was not. If as a man, if your pH balance is off, well, it's not, or if you ate the wrong thing, or you know what I'm saying, whatever the case may be, was not, you can have a odor as well. So everyone has a natural odor, was not, but it is, but it is not supposed to be a ranking fishy smell, because you know, men who aren't circumcised, if you don't dry around your head properly, was not, that's gonna have an odor. That's gonna be something that is not pleasant. A scent, better word, Betty White. Yes, Betty White, better word. A scent. Thank you for saying that, baby. A scent, not an odor. That's a good question. That's a good statement. Not an odor, but a scent, and that's correct. I like that. Not strawberries. But like I said, I don't know. But I think that's what a lot of that came from, was that. And when Tasha K said that, when Tasha K said that a lot of women are insecure, was not. And I think that, you know, I think that it's something that if someone has called you something or said something about you, was not to make you feel insecure, like saying something about the way you smell or your natural scent or stuff like that, was not. Um, you know, it is, can draw some things out there to you. And I told y'all, I think I told y'all may be a little new, but I told the story before on here, was not. Um, Before I got married to my husband, was not. I had a good female friend, was not, that was making sexual advances at me, whatever, and I couldn't do anything with her because her scent. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't her scent down there; it was just her natural body scent was a turn off for me. The pheromones that she exuded was not something that I found appealing. You know what I'm saying? And it was, and we were cool friends. We would hang out, what's not. We would go out and chill, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And when I realized what she was trying to make an advance toward me, was not knowing that I was with my then just my boy, was not now husband. I just, I thought about it, was not like, do I want to do this with her or no? Then I realized, yeah, her scent turned me off. Like I don't see myself engaging in anything with her, was not when her scent wasn't something that I like, that I found attractive. Mm-hmm. Right, Betty White. And so I mean, and I said it wasn't like a bad smell down there. It was just her natural, like what she exuded. Like when, like I could smell her sweat on her, and I didn't like that. It wasn't something that turned me on. You know what I'm saying? And it's like just that's just me. Like I don't know what it was. Like was it her hair? Was it her scalp that smelled? Was it her arms that smelled? Whatever it was, I didn't like the smell, and I didn't find that smell appealing. You know, and it's just, but same thing. There's been guys that I've been with, well, it's not, who had a smell that I just couldn't. I need you to move away from me. I need you to go over there, way over there. Leave me alone. Don't no. And like I said, well, same thing. It just, we are attracted. Like we are. We. I really do it. I don't know about everybody else. I get engaged in all of my senses: sight, hearing, smell, taste, touch. I engage in all those senses well, and those senses are really heightened for me for whatever reason. Yeah, they do. Yeah, because it's not a natural thing. You don't get natural like, oh, when you are a post-op transsexual woman, all they do is they cut your penis in half and pretty much enfold it within itself and put it and stuff up inside you, and that doesn't give you natural lubrication. As a genetic woman, have natural, well, majority of genetic women have natural lubrication, so you have to constantly lube yourself, especially when you're having sex. You have to make sure that it doesn't dry out and become painful. And that's something that they also said on there when Storm Monroe was talking about that. Was that he was saying that, yeah, he took a sex class and he that's in his sex class. Yeah, I mean, like, you know, I'll yeah, yeah. I would think so, Carrie. I would think so. That's what I'm saying. Hit the shot before you hug me. Thank you, Shire Complex. I appreciate that. You said that. Because yeah, 'cause a lot of people who don't, you know what I'm saying, like it's just you bathe and you do everything you're supposed to do, was not, but sometimes it's just your natural odor is so overwhelming that it's just a turn off. And that's just what it is, what it is. It's nothing bad about anyone. It's not saying anything negative about anyone. It's just saying that, you know what I'm saying, I am attracted to every aspect of an individual. And like I said, that's the smell, that's the taste, that's the touch, that's the sight, that's the hearing. Your voice was not. Anything can turn me off or anything can turn me on. You know what I'm saying? So it's just that I'm very in tune with my senses. And if it's off putting for me, was not, it's just off putting for me. And there's nothing personal about that towards anyone. Okay, okay. No, no foul scent in the vag when you don't use soap on it. Okay, I got it. Got it. I'm not. See, Sam's overdose, baby. He said he's not, so I gotta go. I gotta go by what he said. Until I catch him sucking dick, then I can't say anything differently. You know what I'm saying? Because I know some extremely feminine guys who are not gay. They get more pussy than a little bit. I know some extremely masculine guys who are the first one to go down on some dick. So someone will know if they're gay and or straight. Hey, Star Gemini, how you doing, baby? You know, Star the Gemini. What's up? But yeah, it's just that, and so that was, I found that was kind of offensive when she said that a lot of women are insecure. But I could also see why she was not, that will cause some slight insecurity with anyone, not just women. Anyone, if you have a body odor was not, or a scent that follows you around, and someone refers to it was not, even outside of your presence was not talking about you, was not, it can possibly offend you. I kind of get that. I get that a lot. Ugh. Betty White, don't perform over funk. Yes, that's horrible too. That is true. Yeah, because doesn't soap messing with the pH balance of you guys' situation down there? No, like that's exactly what I'm saying, Miss Silver Overdose, baby. I can't, what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't care. I'm not trying to find out. You know what I'm saying? I wish him the best in his heterosexuality. Do all the women you want to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm here for you. But yeah. And then yeah. Um and then when they start talking about when they start talking about the whole Armand Wiggins thing was not I thought that was kind of tacky how that was brought up. But once again, it's Tasha K. What was I expecting, you know what I'm saying, from her type of interview was not. She's like another person who does like a almost like a gotcha type of interview was not. And it started off with the whole Mom Wiggins thing. She's like, well, saying, oh, a lot of people would be jealous of you sitting here right now was not, da, 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 especially around Thanksgiving, around on Thanksgiving table. I'm like, that's kind of messy. Was that we knew what Mom was saying when he talked about that. Um, that's very true. The star of the Gemini. That's very true. That's very true. That's very true. Well, let's get back. Let's put a pin in this whole Omar Wiggins thing. Let's talk about this right here. Yeah, I'm not interested in what the biggest penis someone has taken before or have had before, and I'm a man who's married to a man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not worried about what's the biggest penis that someone ever seen before. I'm not worried about that. Like I'm not talking. I'm not discussing dick size, and I'm a gay man. You know what I'm saying? And so when he asked her, girl, about the Turkish gentleman that she had, you know what I'm saying? That was big. The black man she had, the Hispanic man she had, was that was big, was not. She didn't give out the dimensions of their penis was not, but she said they were huge. You know what I'm saying? And I don't care about it. So what she said was enough for me. For him to try to dive and pun attended probe into her the biggest that she's ever taken, and then he asked, "Did you take it all?" You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that is why. And Tasha K said it was not. Tasha K said that's why people is wondering why you're gay because you're asking questions like that. Hey Donna Hill, baby, how you doing, sweetheart? And so that's why she like that's people are wondering why you're gay because you're asking questions like this. And then he asked questions stuff as was it completely hard because there's a lot of blood that needs to go down there, was that to keep it up, was not. He's just asking all these probing questions about the appendage, the large appendage of the gentleman that she had. And I was like, yeah, that's kind of suspect, was not. But you say you're straight, so you know, more power to you. He was way, yes, he was way too involved. He was way too involved. And Madison, like she's Maddie said was like he needed some help was not, and this and the third whatever you know what I'm saying. So, it is what it is whatever you know what I'm saying. He needed a little bit of Viagra to help him keep the blood in there was not because like some people are saying that when you do have a nice size situation down there as a guy, it takes a lot of blood to keep that up. It takes a lot of blood, takes a lot of effort, it takes a lot of situations to happen in order for you to make sure that you stay at your best. And at 14 inches was not, I can imagine how much energy and effort and blood and lightheadedness you're going to be after you finish doing what you're doing. Because there's a lot of blood that needs to be flowing down there to keep the thing up. Hey, S Tech Doll, baby, how you doing, baby? you know. But yeah, it's like he was way too curious. He was way too involved. He was way too like his eyes was almost like, oh, for real, tell me more, tell me more, tell me more, tell me more, type of thing. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, that's why like my thing is, I'm not putting out anything on camera for people to see because you know what I'm saying. It's all about perspective. Because like I said, I've known little people was not who had nice situations. I know people who were bigger who had nice situations was not. You know what I'm saying, so it all depends on the individual. It's all just a luck of the draw. So whatever you have, keep it over there. Whatever I have, I'm keep over here. It is what it is. Unless I want you to experience it. You're right about that. You're right about that. Shagger concept was not anything that is too personal. Like one thing is, an interview was not for me. If I make it clear, because like if Madison was talking about her sex industry was not and stuff like that, what she used to do back then, that those questions would have been appropriate for me to have answered. You know what I'm saying? If she was talking about her past and this, that, and the third, those questions would have been appropriate for him to ask because it was along the same lines of the sex work that she used to do. But this interview wasn't about that. And to bring those up was definitely cringe worthy. I was like, why are you asking that question to me? That had nothing to do with anything was not. But to be salacious. Peeing all day. Oh. Right. Yeah, he did say he was born white. That was kind of crazy too. Right. Yeah. He turned it on to himself was not. Yeah, very much out of line, very much out of line. And also, when he kept saying, really, no straight person, no straight guy is going to play around with their sexuality like that. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm straight. That's all it is. Keep that allegedly to yourself. Keep that allegedly as an inside joke amongst you and your friends, or amongst you and Tasha K was not. But don't put that out there was not. Oh well, yeah, we say allegedly around here because people don't believe me. They say I have a 6 foot boyfriend with a bald head. You real involved in this situation about you not being gay for you not to be gay. Well, the thing is, if when they went to the Richard, those all topic was not when they said, um, if someone can be transgender without why can't a white person identify as black, black whatever, because they're transracial. Now, come on now. You can change your name. You can change your features, what's not. You can identify as whoever you want to identify as well as not. But the reality is, you're still a white lady. So that was kind of to me some things that they were saying was just silly. Was not. It had nothing to do with anything, and that was one of the things that I thought was really silly when we went to the whole Richard Dolezal topic. That was just really silly to me. Hey, Brick girl, how you doing, sweetheart? Welcome, baby. But yeah, back to this whole the whole back to the whole Thanksgiving dinner table and trying to bring up salaciousness was that to get more original and do something like that. But yeah, I was like, we all knew what Armand Wiggins was saying when he mentioned the whole Thanksgiving thing. He was new in the city, was not. He was young. He thought he had a friend, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And he was just expecting an invitation to her Thanksgiving situation. And when he didn't get one, it was a problem. Yes, very much so, Shy Girl. Too much pandering in 2020. Too much pandering. And so it was like we all knew what he meant was not. And for her to try to throw up in his face that now that they're together hanging out with each other was not, and they're friends and they sit at the table together was just like a little slap in the face, but I think that wasn't really called for. I think that was really crazy. And then, but one good thing that when they were saying that Tasha was saying stuff like if she would have known what was going on, she would have called Maddie before her and Armand got cool was not, because she would have kind of lived off of Maddie's experience with him, whatever. And Maddie said something that really I thought was really powerful. She's like, even Jesus had his Judas. You know what I'm saying? Which was about the whole Geo and Armand, how they quote unquote turned against Maddie last night. And I thought that was really a prevalent statement that even Jesus has his Judas, because it's like, you know, we don't think about, what I'm saying, the lessons that we're going to learn, even in something that's bad, something that's not right, something that doesn't go our way. We still have There's still lessons in those experiences that we need to take from, that we need to learn from, that we need to grow from, and that we need to apply. Because when we don't take those lessons and those things, we're more likely to experience that same lesson again, 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 until we actually start applying what is being said, what's being done. Oh, yeah, yeah. I think that, and then what made it so fun, what I find, what made it so interesting was not that Maddie, how she contributed to the breakdown in a lot of those situations that she have experienced. And that's something that I think that a lot of people don't do, or take the time to. They're so busy pointing the finger at everyone else as to why you did this to me, or why you said this about me was not. And then I realized that, I also had some contributing factors to what is going on, to what has happened. And I think that, I am a big opponent of that, is then looking inward as to find out what I've done to contribute to a situation where it's not, how I, saying, helped put the situation to where it is. I think that was really, really, really big of Matt to do that. Oh, hello. No, thank you. But yeah, I think that that was really big of her to actually say out loud that she's looking inward as to what she contributed to the situation was like. 'Cause a lot of people don't do that. A lot of people don't um, look at how they have caused some of the problems that they may be in, or how they have caused some of the situations that they may have been in. Exactly. And that was very mature. That's what it is. Like, people don't say, like, as an adult, whatever, you have to stop looking at stop having the whole mindset of, oh, why me, why me, why me, why did I doing this to me, why am I doing this to me, type of mentality, and start looking at, okay, how have I contributed to the situation? How have I pushed forward this narrative that I'm in right now? What did I do? How could I have done something differently? What could I have changed? How can I have opened up my ears and listened a little bit more? How could I have opened up my eyes and recognize what was happening was not, and how I was contributing to it? Because we're not perfect. We're never perfect with that. So that's why it was really, I really do. That's why I like Maddie, for that reason right there. Because although, like I said, we're not perfect. No, we're not human. We're all human beings. Whatever. We're not perfect. We all make mistakes. We all do stuff and say things and act a certain way that may be off-putting for some other people. And in order for us to actually recognize that and deal with that was not, we need to be able to actually recognize it and deal with it. You know what I'm saying? We need to be able to actually, you know what I'm saying, compartmentalize was not our emotions from facts. Okay, this is what happened. Okay, this is the big picture of what happened. Okay, how did I contribute to what happened? What stroke, what piece of artwork did I put into this whole collage to make it happen, to come out the way it is? And I think that was something really cool that she did. It is psycho complex. Yeah, right. You're absolutely right about that. It's definitely helpful, and it also helps you move on and move forward. You know what I'm saying? Not just move on, but move forward. Because if you are not aware of your wrongs, or how you've done something, or how you contribute to the problem was not, you won't be able to move forward, and you possibly will revisit that same situation in your next partnership, business relationship, friendship, or whatever case may be, was not. So, it's very important for you to self-reflect. It's very important for you to look at what you've done, how you could have done things differently, whatever. It was just something I found really big of her. Self awareness is definitely your friend. You're absolutely right about that. A lot of people don't have that. A lot of people aren't aware of that because they're not mature enough to have that mindset to say, "Oh wow, this happened to me. Okay, yes, this happened to me, or it's not. But what did I contribute to the problem? I'm saying, how could I make sure that this doesn't happen again?" That's why when you see people fall into the same things over and over again, that's why I say, I'm saying we all change, but it's more likely than not that if I see you doing something to someone else was not, you're more likely going to do it to me as well. Because if you don't take pride in a friendship or relationship was not with someone over there was not, I know I'm not. I am special, but I know I'm not so special to you to where you're going to possibly treat me any other way than how you treated people because that's what you're used to, type of thing. you know. But yeah, the interview was really good. I think the interview was really cool. And one thing that they also said was you know, um, as you rise, you have to be careful about who you let in. And rise can mean anything, like be it in the workplace was not, be it in your personal relationships was not, be it in friendship, whatever. As you start to become who you're meant to become, saying there are people out there was not who would just hit your ride was not just to get the ride with you. Because we've seen it so many times, with especially in the entertainment industry, where on your way up, you have all this entourage, you have all these people was not who wanting from you, was not who expecting from you, who expecting you to take them with you, whatever. And when you get there, you realize that they haven't contributed anything to you, is that they have caused more hurt and harm for you than they did contribute to you, as not because they haven't contributed anything to you. You're paying for their airfare, you're paying for their hotel and lodging, you're paying for their food, you're paying for their transportation, you're paying for all these things, was not, and they haven't contributed anything to you, to the cause. Moral support, maybe, what I'm saying? Roasting a gag, maybe was not. But as you rise, you need to be very careful about who you're taking with you, was not, because the thing is, once you start declining, are these same people there with you? Are these same people there to support you, to lift you up? We don't need to go to this fancy guy and that. We can just hang out with just say, I'm here because I'm here with you. I'm your friend, type of thing. So yeah, I found that was really prevalent as well. As they said, be careful about, what I'm saying, when you rise, be careful about who you let in. What I'm saying, because not everyone that you let in is there for your own good. That is there for your thing. I was thinking about that as well, Tessie. Was listening, I like, we need to definitely explore that a little bit more, but not on this one. But you're right about that, baby. You're right. Yeah, she was. You're ready to talk about that, right? You're right, baby. Right. She was definitely getting ready to talk about that. I think she was 29, and she was wanting to try to experience um, a woman for the first time, whatever. But I mean, I can see why women would be attracted to Maddie. You know, I can see that. I mean, I'm attracted to Maddie. She's a little too short. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I can see why how people are attracted to Maddie. Maddie is something that can be, what I'm saying, decent. Like I wouldn't want none of that inside me. But I can see myself with someone like that if I was a woman with my husband. Like I said, I mean, I'm attracted to people. People are attractive to me. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't like always. I mean, I know people are more comfortable with me identifying as gay, but I'm just me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. I don't have a. I really don't like labels. Period. You know what I'm saying? Because when you have a label on you or you identify with a specific label, you actually pigeonhole yourself and pigeonhole the way people think about you and treat you as not. It's based on the label that you choose to identify with. And that's why I rather, I mean, you know, gay is what people will see. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're a man, they don't see bisexuality as an option. They just think that you're constantly looking for dick and going on a dick. No, not so much. Not so much. I like individuals. I like people. Yeah, it's okay, Tessie, baby. It's okay, sweetheart. But yeah, it's just I think the interview was really interesting. Was not, of course, you know what I'm saying. It was a Tasha K style interview. Was not, and we know Tasha K, love her or hate her, whatever. You know what I'm saying. She is who she is. She's gonna be who she's gonna be. Was not. She's gonna be some messiness. There's gonna be some salaciousness there. It's gonna be a Tasha K interview. You know what I'm saying. She's gonna give some insights to certain things, whatever. But it is what it is. Yeah, I think that. I mean, pretty much that's what it was. Now, like I said, some of the biggest things was that um, it was basically something that was informative for me. It was something that was enlightening. You know what I'm saying? After making my little video yesterday was not, I wasn't pretty much abreast or aware of what was going on. Because like I said, I don't watch everybody all the time. I listen to certain things, and when I hear certain things, I have to go back and do some research on it to find out what's really going on. And I know that Armand made a video. Was it last night? I have to watch that as well. I saw that it was like almost 2 hours. I can't be watching that right now. I watched that at work and get some insights on it. I guess he responded to what was said about him or to him based on T.S. Madison, Tasha K, and Storm Monroe's talk chit chat. So I guess he responded to them. And you know, if I find anything interesting in that, I mean, come back tomorrow and talk about that. Was not one. I think this is that tonight. But basically, that's what my opinion. Like I said, I think it was a pretty decent interview. I think that it was something that was informed, whatever. It's not. I think Madison explained herself properly and spoke properly. You know, what I'm saying about the whole controversy with the whole term fish and stuff like that. Whatever. I think that she made it very clear. Well, to me, because since I know was like that. I don't know who's running around here calling women fish. I don't know. I don't see that. I've heard, what I'm saying, and witnessed and experienced other gay men calling other gay men fish or referring to a drag queen or a transsexual woman as being fish. I never heard a gay man just walk up to a straight woman and say, "Oh, fish." I never heard that. I did hear people say stuff about people smelling things like that, but oh, he did. Oh, well, I figured out. Yeah. Thank you, Tessie. I mean, yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't do sensitive. Like my sensitivity is. I mean, is there, but I also understand that as a grown adult, I can't expect people to think and act and feel the way I feel. So I can't be too sensitive about too many different things. Well, it's not. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not that serious. As an adult, we all have choices, and we need to make sure that we make the right ones that best suits us, not something that we have to, what I'm saying, walk around apologizing for or doing too much explanation about. Yeah, we don't have time. I don't have time for that. You know. Yeah, and I think that the thing is, like this little sector right here have so many different titles. You know what I'm saying? It's the roast and gag sector. It's the dragon sector. It's the Section 8 sector. It's the all these little things where I think that no, we're all just people what's not who live in our lives, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And my thing is, I remember when I first started this channel. Now y'all know how I do it. I'll talk about myself a little bit. When I first started this channel, was that one of the guys at my part time job is a YouTuber as well. But he is talking. He talks about heavy metal and stuff like that. Like a black guy, he talks about rock music, heavy metal stuff like that, whatever. And he was like, well, you're gonna have to cater to your audience, and you're gonna have to, if they like certain things, that you not because I think I don't care to people. You know, I constantly, you know what I'm saying, be in drama was not if I get into it was not I handle it the way I need to handle it for long as I need to handle it with. But sooner or later I'm gonna get back to what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't be walking around doing what people want me to do was not and not being comfortable with that or feeling uncomfortable with it or being, you know what I'm saying, like
feeling blah because I feel blah when I'm constantly arguing with people, or I'm constantly fighting with people. I feel blah. Not saying that I won't do it. Not saying that I won't get you right together. But if that's all my commentary is, that's all y'all because y'all see now the numbers has dwindled. You know what I'm saying? If I was dragging somebody was not, I would easily have 20 people in the chat was not. My numbers would easily be, you know what I'm saying, over 1,000 plus views per video was not. Because it was for a couple of weeks when I was dragging people was not. But now I'm okay with what I have. Because the people that's meant to be here, people that want to have a real conversation and be an adult are the ones that stays and come and support often, you know what I'm saying? And not saying it's bad about anybody else, not. It's just that, I can't that's not where I'm at. That's not how I live my life. I don't live my life constantly dragging people, constantly roasting and gagging people. It's not constantly talking shit about people. It's not. No, I talk about my observations and what I see and how I see things and from my point of view. That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to roast and gag and to, you know what I'm saying? Everyone wants everything to be, oh my God, all the time and all salacious all the time. I don't do that. That's not what I do. That's not who I am. With the whole alternative lifestyle, like my thing is, I'm not enthralled about what straight people do. I'm not enthralled by what gay people do. Because if it doesn't affect me personally, well, it's not. I really don't care. What's up, Lou Allen, baby? How you doing? Yeah, and think that even some everyday topics was that people turn it into trying to roast and gag and oh girl, that's what happened. And, oh yeah, that was so juicy. I don't have time for that. Let's just have a conversation as adults. Let's sit back and chill. Oh, it's cool. I started and like I said, everything is sold up. Was that I need to actually put the collar on, put the zipper in, and the sleeves on, and then it'll be done. Yeah, it's done. I mean, of course, press it just like that. But it's I made it a little bit bigger because it's for I'm gonna have someone a little bit bigger wear it, so it's not as taut as it's going to be on the human body, but it is definitely coming together real nice. The piping's in. The darts are where it's supposed to be. Everything looks nice. Once I get it done and get it finished, I'm sure I've been taking pictures of the process so I can do like a still action video so y'all can see the process itself. I've been taking pictures of that so y'all can see the still action video when I put that out there. But I'm also going to show it in the live video as well. I know what you mean, Mia, baby. A little gagging every day don't hurt nobody. Yeah, I think that if we do a little self reflection, well, it's not like I mean, just take it doesn't have to be some big long thing. Like I started doing self reflection when I started doing journal writing at night. Like before I go to bed, I would write in a journal. Well, it's not, and that's how I started my self reflection of my day, trying to see what I've done differently, what I could have done differently, how things went, just stuff like that, my thoughts and my things like that. And it's just really simple for me. I don't do too much, you know. I don't try to overwhelm myself with negativity. I just try not to overwhelm myself with things that isn't going to help me be my best self. But 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 far as the things, I want the person to wear it next week sometime. But it definitely get done this weekend. I would definitely finish this weekend. And if I wanted to sit down and just do it, it would have been done within the day. But I went out of town and have to work and just relax stuff like that. You know, yeah, she been getting roasted and gagged for a minute now. Months by James, and now Gina's on that ass. So She leave people alone. Leave the people alone because people are not playing with her. People are not playing with her at all. People is not playing with her. But I think that, I don't know. But I mean, like, I guess James said she was gonna be gone away for a couple of weeks, and then I saw one of his posts. Like, I didn't get it until like he said that yesterday. I heard him say that yesterday was not. Then I went back on his community feed where he had rehab, like on the thing. I'm like, okay, well, maybe he's onto something. Very true, Mia. Very, very true. Yeah, it's gonna be really cute. And I'm thinking, like, because this is also can be, like I have like these big, huge yellow earrings that I can throw on it as well. So yeah, it's gonna be really cute. It's gonna be really cute. Really, really cute. Yeah, lying is a big turn off. Manipulating facts is a big turn off. And yes, I was watching James yesterday. I'm on my way home from work, and he said that her chat turned on her. He said that pretty much the chat turned on her was not. And I was so tempted to go watch so I could be witness, so I could bear witness to her chat turning on her. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a PO box, Betty White. I don't have one yet. I was gonna wait and get one. Yeah, I was gonna wait. I think that I mean with stocks with that, it's very, 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 very risky. And I think before people start investing in it, they need to really like I said, watching podcasts about it, watching the stock market go what's not, and see what is their interest, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're not really interested in it, like a certain product was or a certain company, whatever, then just to go into for money, whatever, it's not going to be really exciting for you. Yeah, Tessie, James said that her chat turned on her because I guess she was trying to get into the whole Nick and Night thing, and T.S. said, well, it's not, and someone was going to get thrown under the bus, and he thought that it was going to be. He didn't see how she can because she said something about like he said because I didn't watch her. He said that she said something about she was an advocate. I mean, she's a heterosexual woman who loved gay men and this and the third, blah, 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 that was not. And her chat was looking like, oh, we ain't going for this. And he said that she didn't break over 600 in her chat. She didn't break. You know what I'm saying? He said, and when she started trying to back that up, pussy pop was not, it went down to like 500 or something. I'm like, damn, they really are turning on her, if that's correct. Yeah, James had, I'm like, wow. Mia S. Betty White asked, did you block her? Because she can't see you, baby. Tessie just wrote it. But Betty White, you say you get blocked every day, so, Oh, uh, yes, Betty White, baby. But yeah, you caught that shade too, Tessie? Y'all so messy. I love it. But yeah, but I found this funny. Like I was really tempted to go watch that video just to see and watch her expression, her face was not. Yes, they have been extremely quiet. But what I found very interesting, speaking of that, Tessie, speaking of that was not. yesterday, Maddie said that she been informed also that she should not respond certain ways to certain people. And what you just said right there, I remember certain people was not saying that they can't respond a certain way because of the hey Miss Belosa, baby, how you doing, baby? Because of the producers told them to delete certain things. So I'm really curious. The closer they get to Vegas, the more we're going to see. By giving us all they're not, their fashions won't capture me. That was shade, y'all. That was a little shade. That was a little shade. Oh, but yeah, I think the closer they get to Vegas, the more they want things to calm down and be really cool, tranquilo. So, when they, I guess, film in Vegas, there'll be no negativity or no ugliness that people think that people's gonna not remember all the bullshit that they did up until now. Like I said, I'll be in Vegas just chilling, living my life. Me and my boy gonna be, me and my boo gonna be hanging out. Me and my friend gonna be hanging out. You know what I'm saying? Whoever comes to Vegas to join me after that weekend was not, we hanging out as well. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, my whole trip is planned already. So I'm just saying, just a little bit of shade, but anyway, just a little bit, not too much. I don't know if they deleted anything was not, but a lot of stuff was not. You know, what people don't realize, what people don't realize is this. Oh yeah, I'll definitely live stream. I'm definitely gonna be showing you different my little adventures was not. I told you I'll be gathering at a variety of hotels. I'll be dining at a variety of hotels. You know, no one's gonna. I don't fear I don't get pumped in my heart by anybody. So approach at your own risk. You know, what weird experience you had yesterday, Tessie? What happened? What happened? That too, Blue Bottoms. That too. That too. You're right about that. Right. You're right about that. You know, because what you're supposed to be in Atlanta next week. My thing is, I'm not that petty. I don't like really. I don't care one way or the other where you go. I don't care where you go. I don't care where you go. Come to the city where it's not. But if you're not gonna approach me where it's not with some nonsense, you won't get nonsense from me. It is what it is. Like, please, I don't need to show off people. I know who I am. Okay, what happened? Working at police was two locations. Ooh, hold up. So Custer had been flirting with the lady at Publix last night. When she gave him her number, he stopped coming to the store. Mm. That's strange, but the thing is, I would take anything like that serious because of her. I told her. That's one way to look at it, Tessie. But it also could be the fact that it also could be that he could have been in a car accident. He could have been out of town for a couple of weeks for his job. I'm saying it could be anything with that. I think people put too much into certain things. Maybe he's married. Like it's a lot of different things that could have happened while that. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of things that could have happened with that situation. But you know, so you enjoy watching people travel and eat. Yeah, I think that I mean, a lot of us. I think that we all live vicariously through each other, whether it's not, and if it's a good experience, we want to share that experience with each other. I think that's why reality TV is so, or reality situations are so popular right now because, you know, It's like you have that experience, like you've been there too. So months. Hold up. Oh, it was months. Oh, so why she just not crying about it now? Girl, get over it. Level up. Maybe in jail, right? But like you said, level up and get over it. Level up, let it go. Oh, I love like on diners, drivers, and dives. Yes, I love that. But then, and what I'm gonna do in Vegas is I'm going to look up a lot of places that was on diners, drivers, and dives in Vegas, and I'm going to go those places so I can experience the food too. I'm definitely gonna be doing that. That's how I like to go. Like places that I think that is good. I always look up like menus and stuff to see what's popular and what's popping in a certain city, so that when I go to that city, I can experience that food as well. Because I will be experiencing some of the places from diners, drivers, and dives. I will be eating. I know I'm a big old fat kid. I'm a foodie at heart. I'm a foodie at heart. I love a good meal. But yeah, you guys, this will come to you guys and let you guys know my opinion and my take on the interview that was done. All right. Oh, what? No, I just we just said that she could have been anything could have happened. She could have been in. He could be in jail. He can be in a car accident. He could be locked up. You know, anything can happen. You look at the menu for McDonald's online. Yeah, the Travel Network has some really good stuff. Oh, thank you, baby. I mean, I love food, and I love experiencing. Like, I love the experience of dining out. I really do. I love the experience of dining out. But you guys, that was my little synopsis of it, basically. Like I said, it was a pretty good interview. It was something that was informative, of course, a little messy, of course, a little shady, a little salacious, was not, but it was fun. I think TS did held her own. You know, I think that it was a good time had by all. People got information that they needed from it. Um, yeah, I just want to thank you guys for being here. I want to thank you guys for showing up and showing out, being supportive, being respectful. I appreciate that. And I just want to let everyone know that, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. And don't forget to love yourself, love someone else, respect yourself, and definitely respect someone else. And if you guys haven't liked already, please like on your way out. And I will talk to you guys later. Until next time, y'all, this is your boy Food Junkie. And I'm out. Peace, y'all. Love you.